Hi, this is my Audi A3. It's a 2023 1.5 litre petrol engine. Today I'm going to try doing an oil and filter change on it. I haven't done any maintenance on it before, but I've done quite a lot of research and hopefully it goes okay. These are the tools I'm going to be using. I've got, for the under tray, I've got a T20 and a T40 Torx, a 24mm socket and a 1/2 inch driver to go with the socket. And also need a screwdriver to get the front of the under tray off. For the drain plug, I've got this 17mm socket. For the filter, I've got a filter removal tool and a 3/8 socket to go with that. To put the drain plug back on, I've got a torque wrench which is set to 25 Newton meters, which I saw online. So the oil I'm going to use is the 0820, which is specified in the owner's manual. And the filter that's on there at the moment is an original VW filter, but I googled the part number and it came up with this Mann filter, which was in stock in my local Eurocar parts, which I believe is, I believe Mann is a good brand to use. So I've got a couple of options for the crush washer. I couldn't really find which one. This is just a copper crush washer, and this is one with a like a seal thing. I think it's going to be this one I've got to use, but we'll see what it looks like when it comes off there. Obviously I've just got a funnel to put the oil in. I haven't got a bigger one, it's quite small, but anyway, it'll do the job. And just a bit of brake cleaner to sort of clean up around the area, and a couple of rags as well. I've also got just a big tray to put the oil in. The first thing I'm going to do is get the car a bit higher, and I've got these Sealy ramps that I got from Amazon. I'll put them in a link in the description if anyone's interested. I did originally put the car on jack stands, but for some reason I just didn't fully trust them, and these do feel a lot safer. So anyway, I'm going to get the car up on them now. I've got the under tray off now, and that gives us access to the drain plug and the filter. So this is the filter that's installed, and as I say, it's a VW one. And I just put that part number in and came up with that Mann filter. I'm really hoping it's the right one. And this is the drain plug here. So I'll get the tray underneath and then get the drain plug off. So it's not a 17 as I had originally thought. It's actually a 19mm. And I've also heard people say that you should take the filler cap off so it comes out quicker, but that's not really what I want to happen because I don't know how quick it's gonna. It might not make any difference, of course, but let's see how it goes. Oi! Okay. Get that crush washer before it disappears under the oil. That oil looks really thick. Wow. So I'll go and take the filler cap off now. So it's getting windy under here, and it turns out that the crush washer that I had is very similar to the one that's on there. So I'm just going to put that back on now because it's going everywhere. And I'll give that a clean. I'll just give it a clean. I'll give it a proper clean in a minute, and a torque up. It's just because the wind was carrying that oil everywhere. Now I'm going to try getting the filter off. Whoa. Oh, gosh, it's on very tight. I do have a breaker bar. I'll give that a go. I managed to get the old filter off using the breaker bar. Once I got the breaker bar on it, it didn't take much at all. Unfortunately, I forgot to press record while I was doing that. So I've taken the old one off and I've put the new one on. I've put a little bit of oil on the gasket and I've tightened it up. I didn't want to over tighten it, so hopefully I've done it tight enough. I'll give the whole area a clean, and then I'll torque up the drain plug. I've just got a bit of brake cleaner and a cloth, which I'm just going to clean around all the areas. It's actually not that dirty here. Give the filter a clean. I'll set the torque wrench to 25 foot-pounds. That's not tight at all. Yeah, I'll do. Okay. The next thing I'm going to be doing is adding the oil, and I read online it takes 4.3 litres, and so I've got 4 litres in this and I've got another litre there. I don't want to overfill, so I'll put the 4 litres in and then a couple of 100 ml from the other one, and then I'll take it off the ramps and check the level. I'm just going to have a quick look underneath, make sure that there's no leaks just before I fill it up fully. So far so good. That's about 200 ml. Maybe put a bit more in. So I'll get it off the ramps now onto a more even surface. I took it off the ramps and left it running for a minute or so, and I've left it to sit for a minute again, so I'm going to check the level now. And that is, I don't know if you can see it there, it's actually showing the correct level. I'm just going to check it again. Yep, checking the, so that was 4.2 litres roughly it took. So I checked the underneath again just to make sure there's no leaks, and I probably will run it a bit later on to check for no leaks as well, and I'll probably check the level again. But to be honest, that wasn't very difficult at all. I'm just going to put the old oil in a glass to show you what it's like. So I just wanted to show you the difference between the oil I took out of the car, which is really quite black and manky, and the new oil that I put in, which is obviously a lot clearer. So that's the oil change done. The car had only done 4,000 miles since the last oil change, and as I showed you there, the old oil was really manky. Anyway, I'm glad I've given that a go, and hopefully it's gone all right. I'll probably leave that under tray off and run it on the driveway for a while just to make sure that there's no leakage. But I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, if you could drop it a like, that would be great. Thank you very much.